doing about 30.
The pedaling gets easier and your speed increases. We'll go straight. I want to see if I can make it to my local town. Today we have an electric bike. We got this from Crazy Bird. I got my boys with me today, so we are gonna unbox this thing, we're gonna assemble it, and we're gonna give it a full review and see what these things are all about. So this is the Crazy Bird Jumper CB60. So we're gonna get this thing unboxed, we'll lay all the parts out, and then we'll go through all the parts and kind of break down and see what this thing is all about.
It looks like the electric setup is already on there too. So we really don't have that much to do.
It shouldn't be bad.
It should be extremely easy. Oh, that's a lot heavier.
That's not too bad. It looks like it is pretty much assembled except for the front end. So the only thing we really have to do is put your front tire on and bolt these handlebars on. And this is the toolkit, so it should have everything we need to get this thing assembled. Front wheel, front handlebars, hook up some wires for the battery, and that is about it. Oh dude, it has a headlight too. It says you want to reset and charge the battery completely before you ride it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna plug it up, give it a couple hours, then hopefully start testing this bad boy. So the bike charged fine, and we already had a beach vacation planned a couple of days later. So what better way to give it its first test? We loaded up and headed to the beach where we put about 100 miles on it and thoroughly tested this machine. Now I'll be honest, at first I was on the fence about having an electric bike, but after having it, I don't see how I could not have one. Now this thing was impressive. One of my favorite parts about this particular bike is it looks like a traditional mountain bike. It doesn't have some huge bulky box battery hanging off of it, and from a distance, you almost cannot tell that it is an e-bike compared to the other ones I've seen. All the features and the way this thing is built seems to be perfect. These 4-inch tires float across any surface that we managed to come across. All the controls are super simple and easy to use and very kid friendly. It was definitely the hot item for the whole family all week. Now one of the last things that really stood out to me from a quick observation was the battery. The battery capacity was huge and it seemed to last a full day of riding however we wanted. And when that full throttle was hit, this bike was hard to keep up with. So we're packing up and heading home tomorrow. So now that we put over 100 miles on this e-bike, let's get back to the shop and go over these functions in a little more detail. So first thoughts of the Crazy Bird after a week of use are top notch. And believe me guys, I really wish I had some issues pop up like mechanical, electrical, battery, charging issues, the life of the battery, something come up that I could share with you guys and kind of pick apart about this bike, but there were no issues that popped up at all. But after mentioning that, honestly, it did take me a minute to figure out how to power this thing up. The power button is kind of hidden, which I think is a plus. Let's skim across these handlebars and go over all these buttons, and then I'll show you where the power button is to turn it on, and then we'll go over the screen. So right here, this is your left handlebar. You have a front brake. Both the brakes are hydraulic, so they are lever action. Pretty simple. On the left side, you have a headlight button and a horn button, and then you have a plus and minus. So the plus and minus is your 5 levels of pedal assist. This thing is powered by 2 different options, your pedal assist mode or the twist throttle mode. They both work great, and we'll get into further details on those when we look at the screen. So going to the right side of the handlebars, like I said, you have a twist throttle, and you also have a gear selector. This has 7 gears coming off the rear wheel. Now this will allow you to pedal faster when you're going slower or pedal slower when you're going faster. And the resistance of the pedaling and the speed will depend on what gear you're in. But the pedal assist and the power throttle will work in every gear also. Now to power this thing on, the power button is hidden below this minus symbol on the left handlebar. And to power it up, all you do is hold it down for 2 seconds and the screen will light up. Now the screen will flash a few times before it turns on. If we start at the top right of the screen, you'll see a little circle with numbers. That is indicating your PSA, that is your pedal assist. It starts at 0 and goes to 5. 0 being the slowest or no pedal assist at all, 5 being the fastest. Those are controlled by your plus and minus buttons on your left thumb. Now also on that same switch, there's two smaller buttons on the inside that will control your two trip options and your odometer. And if you look at the top left of the screen, it will show your battery percentage, and then also the speed is displayed in the center.
So that sums up all the electronics. And as far as fit goes, it really feels like a regular mountain bike. Now you do have a little bit of extra weight in the rear tire, but nothing too crazy that you can't handle.
So right now we're cruising with the PSA at 0. This means no pedal assist at all, and I'm going to use my throttle on my right hand to get maximum speed. And as you can see right here, we will reach about 20 miles an hour, and that is the cap for the right hand throttle. So now we're going to do the pedal assist. I'm going to use my left thumb, hit the plus button, and it's going to go to 1 in the PSA circle. This means when I pedal, the rear motor will kick on at a certain percentage. It is pretty low, but you do have a lot of power. I can cruise or pedal slowly, and I can run about 12 to 15 miles an hour at this speed very easily. And the more you increase, go up to 3, 4, and 5, it is very fast. At pedal assist on level 5, you can reach about 25 to 30 miles an hour pretty easily, barely pedaling.
So now that we got the basic functions down, we had it at the beach for a week, tested it there. The last thing I want to do is see if I can get this thing on the street. Let's put a GoPro on it, get a helmet on. We'll go street. I want to see if I can make it to my local town. It's not very far, but there are some pretty major hills. I think we're about 5 miles away. So let's get this thing loaded up. Let's hit the road. So we got the GoPro mounted to the handlebars. Got the helmet so we can be legal on the street. Let's hit the road. So another cool thing about this bike is you don't have to even power it on to ride it like a normal bike. So I was kind of thinking when I first got it, just the concept of it. But what happens if your battery, breaks or dies, or some electronic fails on it? Well, it's not a big deal. You just ride it like a regular bike. And vice versa. If the mechanical, like say your chain breaks on the bicycle part, then you got your electric power. So kind of a no-brainer and a good combo. All right, so I mapped it out. We got 4.5 miles to the town I live in. So right now we're on pedal assist 1. You can see how I'm pedaling. It's kind of tough for hitting a hill. I'm gonna start bumping it up. That's 2. Now we're going 8 miles an hour. And like I said, barely pedaling. Take it to 3. The pedaling gets easier and your speed increases. Now we're at 11. Go to 4. And then 5 is like turbo, I swear guys. I'm going uphill now doing 14 miles an hour. So when you're at 5, pedal assist, on the high gear, you're cruising. Barely pedaling, 25 miles an hour. Doing about 30. Let's go. All right, we just clocked 3 miles in about 6 minutes. So that was awesome. And we have some hills, like it's not a flat road. But the huge benefit of this, I'm thinking now, is you can travel so much distance for your workout. Yeah, it's great running a mile or riding a couple miles on a regular bicycle. You're doing the same type of exercise. You can make it as hard as you want. with the gears. You don't have to not pedal. You can pedal, so you can make this workout as hard as you want, but you can travel so much distance and cover so many miles doing this. So we are almost to town. I'm probably gonna make it in 10 minutes. We got traffic coming up, but I'm on a bicycle. I'm just gonna go around it. All right, guys, we made it to town. There's a ton of traffic, but we made it. Who can guess where I live? It took us right at 10 minutes, and that was also holding the camera, so I probably could have done it in 8. But let's check out the screen. Let's check out how much this battery we used. So we rode about 15 minutes, pretty hard, almost a full power, and we are down to 80%. Keep in mind, that's with pedal assist on 5 and me pedaling pretty much as hard as I could using the motor. So I wanted to do about 30 to 32 miles an hour the whole way here. Now I could lower that down and pedal it more like a real bike without a lot of the power, and it would last a lot longer. But yeah, we did it. We just left town. We stopped and got a bottle of water. Got some hydration in because it is a hot one today, but man, this thing is cool. I mean, you're cruising wherever you want to go. If you want to ride to the gym that's 10 miles away, it would not be hard with this bike. So we're gonna put it on the GoPro, back on the GoPro, finish this workout, get some sweat on. We just found a baby turtle in the middle of the road, so I stopped. You can see this guy looks like he was already hit. Let's save a turtle while we're testing the bike out. Back on the road. All right, guys, we're almost home. We'll see you at the shop. All right, we're back. We cruised around for about an hour, so it was a pretty good ride. We hit almost 20 miles. Didn't have one single issue. And before I forget, this thing does come with a set of keys. I thought this was a pretty cool feature. So these keys will actually unlock and release the battery. So the only way to get the battery out is to use these 2 keys. And now you got a complete removable battery. So I'm guessing this makes it so much easier to send this thing off for service or replacement if anything ever happens. And then it also has an indicator power light. If you hit this button on top right here, it'll give you a green light or a red light. So if it has a red light on it, there's probably some issues, and it has like a code in there you can read. But other than that, this thing is pretty beefy. And that's a pretty cool feature because the battery does have some weight, as the whole bike does, but I actually took the battery out when I put it on my bike hauler on the back of the car. It made it much more manageable, and I didn't have to worry about going through any rain because I knew the bike wasn't powered at all. Guys, I wish I could bring you some negative comments or cons about this Crazy Bird jumper, but I just can't. Everything worked out great. I absolutely love this thing, and I will definitely try my hardest to add a second one of these to our family. So I want to give a big shout out and thanks to our sponsors, Crazy Bird, for providing us with this jumper CB60 e-bike. I thoroughly enjoyed reviewing it, and I highly recommend it. If you guys want to read more about this exact product and all the discount codes and their website, go below. Everything will be in the description. They offer a few different models of this e-bike. Their tech support is awesome, and the products are great. I thoroughly enjoyed reviewing this thing, and I would absolutely highly recommend it. As always, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on the next project.